Hi everyone, this is my quick guide video to creating a nano tank for a shrimp or small nano fish. Here you can see the tank that I bought. It's an AquaEl tank with 20 litres and I'm just setting it up in the kitchen. You'll see me start to arrange certain items in place to get the best sort of scope you possibly can. This is a small little sort of tree design that I bought from the pet shop. I did used to have an old bonsai tree, but I did throw that out unfortunately, so I couldn't use that. You can see me here putting substrate in around the tree, just to kind of see where everything needs to go, getting the substrate ready and getting that bedded in place. The substrate I used was a fluval substrate. You can use any of your choice, and I wanted to put sand at the front to create a little bit of a beach effect. I'm just really planning out where I wanted things to go. You'll see in a moment that I start to add the sand. Here I'm just kind of brushing things aside to get things level. Here's the bag of sand. This is a sand I think it's Sanibar sand, which is really fine, quite nice sand actually, especially for small tanks like this and shrimp. And plus my missus likes it as well as a nice looking sand, so trying to create a little bit of a beach effect at the front. I did sort of waver it up a bit when I was putting in the water, which is good because it kind of creates a more natural effect, I think, than too clean cut. But you can see me, unfortunately I didn't realise at the time I had the bag in front of the camera, so I do apologise for that. But you can see here the kind of the result we was going for here, and obviously I neaten it out. Here I start to get the moss ready for putting on that tree design that I've got going on in there. I cut it up into small chunks and then I secure the moss onto the tree with super glue. Super glue sounds a bit ropey, but it is fine to use underwater. Failing that, you can use black cotton, which I have used before, or maybe like a mesh, anything like that really, anything that would hold it down. So you can see here I'm just applying super glue to the branches and areas that I'm wanting to stick a tuft of the moss. Certain mosses work better than others. I couldn't really tell you the name of the moss, to be honest. I'll find out for the next video for you if you wish. I'm no expert on plants by all means. I have had planted tanks before in the past, but this is my first attempt at a nano tank. My previous planted tanks had things like Nubius and things like Nectinodoris, bigger plants really, so things in here are going to be more bedding plants. So there you can see the kind of look I'm trying to go for. In maybe 6 months time it'll all kind of bloom out and look a lot nicer. And here I'm putting in the bedding plants. What you want to try and do, or what I found is best, is to keep the higher plants at the back and the smaller plants at the front. Here you can see kind of putting them in the wrong way around, and I have to resolve that later on and just swap them around when I notice that the plant that I'm about to put in is much bigger than that plant I'm putting in. The aim of this tank, once it's up and running, is to put in Taiwan bee shrimp, hopefully cherry shrimp and things like that, maybe some small nano fish. So you'll see just me putting in with the tweezers into the substrate. Here I realised my error of my ways and I put them to the front, and you could put them into smaller patches if you wished. Really I should have done to create a better sort of bed for plants. However, I was lazy and I just put chunks of it in there. It'll work out, it'll work in the end, so I'm not particularly too overly fussed about that. Here is a little bit later on in the day as I had to go out with the dogs, but it's just me adding sort of finishing touches to the scape, keeping it quite minimal. I have had problems in the past where you don't realise how quickly plants grow, so I've kind of overstocked things to begin with, and then I found later on that hey, I've got a problem with everything is way too overgrown. I put too many plants in on too early. So I think sometimes to begin with, less can be a little bit more, and just make sure you're not kind of going crazy. That sand area at the front's quite sparse and uneventful, so I might put some stones in there. Hopefully the shrimp will draw the attention to the front once they're in there. I like the AquaEl tanks because it's a nice tank for plants. Also, it says on the box. The LED lighting seems to be pretty powerful as well for a small tank. It's only a 20 litre. I did want the 10 originally, but I kind of glad I went for the 20 litre now, because the 10 I think would have been a bit too small. Soon, I put the water in. Unfortunately, my memory card ran out of memory, so I did put the water in. A tip is to put a cup or something, a glass in there while you're putting the water in, and use the glass to fill up the glass first, and then it will overflow and then fill the tank, rather than just pouring water straight onto the sand, because it will go everywhere, and all this you've done is a waste of time. Here you can see the water's still settling. It's a little bit sort of murky still, but you can kind of see it's coming on nicely.